Off the face-off, puck goes to the blue line, right back to the Northwood blue line, back to the Massena blue line. Sidden, headman pass, Johnson, he dumps it. It goes in Northwood territory. Stopped by Granderath. He leaves it in behind the net for defenseman Matt Nielsen. Taken away Johnson. Now Fauché trying to get it out in front, but it's knocked down. It comes out to center ice. We have a whistle. I believe the net's off its moorings already. And Landrio goes over to straighten things out, and apparently Northwood did it, so the faceoff will move back in their territory. We're just underway here. Game 2 of the Massena Invitational Tournament. Game 1 going to Potsdam, 9-5 over Milton, Ontario. Winner of this game plays Potsdam tomorrow, and of course, a lot of people around here would like to see Massena win this game.
They certainly would.
Off the faceoff, puck comes in behind the net, cleared around the boards by Northwood. Jason Ryherd, it comes up along the boards. Pinching in is Adams, holds onto it. He gets knocked down. The puck comes in the corner. Jamming for it there is Nielsen, along with Adams still in the fray. And Mike manages to tie things up. And the faceoff again will come in Northwood territory. Both teams will make a line change. A Craner line coming out for Massena, Craner, Parker, and Tayo. And it's going to be the Gene Frost line for Northwood. Frost, Bonacy, and Bronk. Face off right side. Frost against Craner. Off the draw. Comes to Tile. Back to the point. Schneider's shot knocked down off a stick. Into the corner it goes. After it there is Sean Doyle. He can't clear the zone. Gets it back again. Now he dumps it out. Tile gets a piece of it. Keeps it in. Goes into the official. Tile pokes it into the corner. Craner after it there. Kevin picks up the puck. Centering pass meant for Tile. Knocked down. Puck comes free. Picked up behind the net by Bonacy. Bonacy starts to move it out off the boards. It's out to center ice. Picked up by Thompson for Massena. Over on the other side it goes. Schneider just dumps it to an open wing. Goes in behind the net. Defenseman Jim Pierce after it. We have a whistle, and we're going to have an interference call against Northwood. So Massena will get the first power play of the game. That happened way behind the play along the blue line. And we'll see who, I think that's going to be Sam Bonacy getting the gate for interference. Massena goes on the power play. 13:51 left in period 1, and no score in the game so far. Craner stays out there with Tayo and Parker. Sidden comes out to play on the point along with Schneider. Talking with Jeff Tile before the game, he got his stitches out today. He had a lot of them.
He had a lot of them to take out.
Hurt his knee, or his ear rather, and the Plattsburgh off the face-off, and Schneider can't keep it in. It goes out to the red line. Over to Sidden, back to Schneider at the Massena blue line. Headman to Parker. Parker just dumps it. Northwood territory, goes around the board. Sidden pinches in, picks it up, back to the point. Craner had to jump over his stick, and it goes all the way down in the Massena zone, and Kenny's going to leave it for Schneider. Schneider stops it, feeds it ahead, goes out to Parker. Parker to Craner. Craner circles back, and over to Sidden, goes behind him. Massena not a very good start on this power play. Now Schneider to Craner. Kevin, back to Schneider, and he dumps it. Around the boards it goes. Sidden pinches in again, lets it go by. It goes to Tile about halfway out. Here's Jeff with it, starts to move it in along the boards. Back to Craner at the point, the drive! Wide by about a foot. Back to Schneider at the right point. In the corner it goes. Parker taken into the boards heavily by the defenseman Brennan. The puck squirts free. It's back underneath Brennan and Parker, and we'll have a face-off. Brennan, a big guy with a lot of hair. And he had something to say to Chris Parker, but now he goes off the ice.
He's the one, Brennan, from Salt Lake City.
Yeah. Steve Parker's about ready to jump down on the ice and take him on, aren't you, Steve? Face off to the left side. Oh, Craner wins it. The shot right on. Save made by goaltender Granderath. So Kevin Craner won the draw, got a quick little wrist shot off, but the save was made, and we'll do it all over again in Northwood territory to the left of Granderath, the goaltender. Dan Granderath off the face. Parker, cross the slot. The shot, deflected just wide by Tayo. Puck back to the point, kept in. Schneider stops to step it in. Craner, the shot wide, and the bouncing puck comes back of the net. Short side shot by Parker again, and the save is made by Granderath. And another face-off will occur as Massena, well, not real good chances, but they are getting a few.
They're getting some shots, but not the real good shots. 17 seconds left in the penalty to Bonacy of Northwood. Face-off will be to the left of goalie Dan Granderath of Northwood Bees.
Granderath out of West Sand Lake, New York. I haven't the faintest idea where that is, Rich.
No, I don't think I've ever heard that name before.
Tracy line out there, off the faceoff. Fauché makes a nice move. The shot deflected right on rebound. Tracy right on again. A couple of saves by Granderath. Fauché picks up the rebound. Back to the point it goes. Mike Adams with it. Goes over to Timmy Thompson. Thompson's drive deflected. Where is it? I think it's in Fauché's equipment as it hit Jeff. And unfortunately for Jeffrey, it stayed with him. And the penalty is up, and the faceoff will move outside the zone. The scoreboard reads 0-0. 12:21 left, period number 1. Coming up, take the draw, Gene Frost. And Massena will send the third line out there. Convertini with Wiley and Bigelow. Bigelow is back, Rich.
Yep.
Jeff Bigelow, who I guess he broke his finger, huh?
I understand.
But he's back. Off the face. Puck just inside the zone, back out again. Eric Wiley with it, goes to Bigelow. Bigelow slides it in the zone, poked away. Back to the red line. Adams is there. Trying to headman at Thompson. Wiley Convertini. Tony in the corner now, left side of the goalie. Trying to head it through the middle to Wiley. Wiley back to the point. Adams tees it up. The shot, just wide. Convertini, centering pass right in front. Here's Wiley's shot just over the crossbar, off the shoulder of the goalie. Granderath, puck along the boards, jamming for it is Wiley. He's still got it. Centering pass, Bigelow, quick shot, knocked down. Wiley follows, the backhander, knocked down. Wiley again, shot, just wide. Puck comes to Bigelow, centering right in front. Convertini jams at it. The puck goes wide, in behind the net. And finally, it's picked up by Matt Nielsen along the boards. Thompson pinches in. We have a whistle. And face-off will occur as the net's off its moorings. What kind of pressure, huh?
Massena did everything but put the puck in the net that time, Jerry, as the line of Wiley, Convertini, and Bigelow just all around Granderath of Northwood, but he made a couple of good saves, and about 3 times they just missed the edge of the net.
Pat Tracy's line back out, and it's going to be Andy Turcotte's line. Turcotte, Jason Ryherd, and Andrew Jaffe for the Northwood Bees. Brennan is one defenseman. We'll pick up the other one in a moment. Off the faceoff, it comes to Johnson. Johnson feeds it behind the net, and it's picked up by the big defenseman. Sean Doyle's the other defenseman. And along the boards it comes. Sidden pinches in, trying to keep it in, goes to Tracy. Tracy looks to center. Brennan picks it up. Brennan starts out for Northwood, drops it over to Doyle, and Doyle bangs it off the glass out to center ice. Fauché picking it up there, circles, gets by, or tries to get by a check. Now he does, and dumps it deep in Northwood territory, in behind the net. Granderath stops it. Johnson after it, throws a hard check. The puck comes free, and picking it up is Ryherd. Ryherd around the boards, going to Jaffe. Jaffe dumps it down the ice. That'll be an icing call as the whistle blows, and the faceoff will move back in Northwood territory. 10:56 left, first period. So far, it's been a Massena period.
It's been all the action have been in the Northwood end. Jimmy Kenny not having a shot, not on net, not even at the net in the Massena end. Jimmy Kenny sort of the lonesome soldier back there at the one end.
Craner's line back out from Massena. And we're going to see the Crowley line. Crowley, just a little guy.
He is small.
He'll face it off against Craner. Puck goes in behind the net, swept around the boards by Nielsen. Coming back is Callahan. Callahan, one of the wings, goes back to Nielsen. Tile tries to poke it, but it comes out to center ice. Josh Spiegel. Spiegel trying to feed it ahead. In the zone it comes, but offsides will be called against Northwood, as the play got busted right at the blue line and caused the offsides. The faceoff will move outside Massena zone. It's Crowley centering Josh Spiegel and Pete Callahan, or Callanan, I should say. And it's Craner, of course, with Parker and Tyo for the Raiders. Off the draw. The puck comes to Craner, pokes it ahead, goes after it, has it swept back to the Massena blue line. Adams over to Sidden. Sidden headman, too far, and icing will be called against Massena. Try to hit Craner breaking in, but it was too far ahead of him. And very seldom does that kind of a pass work.
It's almost got to be a perfect pass. And
yep.
That wasn't a perfect pass.
So the faceoff moves back into Massena territory. 10:30 left to play first period. As of yet, no score in the hockey game. See the Potsdam Sandstoners sitting in the crowd across the way there, waiting to see who they play tomorrow for the championship. Sandstoners a 9-5 victory over Milton, Ontario. Off the draw. Puck comes to Sidden behind the net. Drop pass over to Parker, and Massena starts out. Here's Chris, headman of Craner. Craner takes it across the blue line, splits the defense. Finally, the puck slides ahead of him. He picks it up, trying to center it. It's knocked down, and picking it up on the defense is Brian Bronk. Actually, he's a winger, but he's back there, and it's swept around the boards. Pinching in Adams. Adams takes a whack at it, gets knocked down. Puck comes free. Craner picks up the loose one. Here's Craner centering pass. Nobody there for Massena, and Northwood trying to clear it. Kept in by Parker. Back to the point it goes. Stepping in is Tayo to pick up the loose puck. Poked away from him. Jamming with Bronk. And Parker steps into the fray. The puck still free. Comes to Tayo. His shot. Knocked down by the defenseman. He pokes it down the ice. That'll be an icing call against Northwood. And the face-off will move back into Northwood territory, where the puck has been for most of this first period.
I think Northwood that time, looking for a line change, decided, hey, we better ice the puck and get ourselves off and get a little rest and get a new line out there, as they were hemmed in their own end here quite a bit by the Massena Red Raiders, and the puck really hasn't left the Northwood end very often.
Convertini's line against the Turcotte line, off the face. Andrew Jaffe breaking down the ice. He dumps it, and right at the blue line, it's knocked down, and offsides will be called, as there were several blue shirts going into the zone before the puck did. So the faceoff moves back outside again. Convertini against Turcotte. Off the draw. Convertini has it poked away. Schneider drops to Thompson. Thompson, headman, goes to Convertini's stick. Back in the zone, Brennan, big defenseman for Northwood, trying to get it out of there. And it's picked up by Jaffe. Jaffe starts down the off wing. Headman pass goes to the Massena zone. Dumped right back out to center ice. Jumps over Brennan's stick. Picked up by the Gene Frost, or excuse me, that's Nielsen, the other defenseman. But now Convertini tosses it in the zone. Brennan dumps it right back down the ice. And there'll be another icing call against Northwood. And the faceoff will move back into Northwood territory. Convertini's line apparently is going to stay out. And coming out will be the Crowley line for the Northwood Bees. 9:03 left, first period, no score. Faceoff left side. Northwood territory. Off the draw. Puck picked up by David Everhart. Everhart being forechecked by Bigelow. The puck goes right into the slot. Bigelow after it, throws a check, picks up the loose puck. Here's Bigelow centering Convertini too deep. Convertini dipsy doodles, slides it back to the blue line. Poking at it is Thompson. Thompson trying to jam it through, goes to Convertini, can't hold on to it. Picked up there. And is it out? Yeah, just out to center ice by Sean Doyle. Here's Doyle, a shot from center ice, way wide. Off the boards, it comes to Schneider. Schneider swipes it around the boards, and it's kept in at the point. Goes into the slot. Thompson after it, kicks it ahead. He can't control it. Where is it? It's underneath him. The puck comes free. It's picked up by Thompson again right in front of the net. Circles it around. Goes to Bigelow. Bigelow bangs it into the glass. Dumps it out to center ice. Dumped right back in again. We got delay offsides, but Northwood clears. They wave it off, and they make a line change. Massena trying to break it out of there. Thompson, long left wing pass. Bigelow. Bigelow trying to go ahead to Tracy, but the puck up into the bench off the stick of Samuel Bonacy, and the faceoff will come at center ice in the Northwood side of the neutral zone, as the Pat Tracy line now out there in mass, and it's going to be Gene Frost line. Bonacy and Bronk on the wings. Off the draw. Adams to Sidden. Sidden, headman pass. Johnson gets stood up at the blue line, but follows it into the corner. He and Bronk go after it. Johnson throws a check. They jam. The puck still in the corner. Finally, the whistle blows as it's tied up, and we'll have another face-off. 7:49 left, first period, just about halfway through the first period, and as of yet, no scoring. Frost will face it off. Oh, wait a minute. Turcotte's line comes back out. Tracy's line, I think, will stay for Massena. Face-off left side of Granderath. Off the draw, here's Fauché. Kick save made. Rebound, Johnson takes a whack at it. In the corner it goes. Pokes it past the defenseman. Picked up by Fauché behind the net. Oh, he just got railed. And Northwood trying to clear, kept in there by Adams. It goes back in the corner. After it, Jeff Johnson. Johnson got railed again. The puck comes free. Up along the boards, they jam for it. Sidden pinches in, gets a piece of it. Johnson throws a check. The whistle sounds, and we'll have a face-off. Some hard checking going on the last couple of minutes.
The play still in the Northwood end. We're down to 7:23 in the first period. Of course, although Massena has dominated the play, there's no score on the board.
We've got the Craner line coming out now, and Gene Frost line back out for the Northwood Bees. Craner with Parker and Tayo. Face off left side, Northwood zone. You got Schneider and Thompson playing the points from Massena. Off the draw. Parker, the drive, score! Right in the corner! Chris Parker pulled the trigger and beat the goaltender on the shoulder, glove side. I don't know, too many goaltenders would have stopped that one, Reg.
That was because we had a good view of it, Jerry, in the upper right-hand corner. It couldn't have been more perfectly placed. So Massena goes up 1-0. It'll be a goal by Parker. It came right off the face-off, so Craner will also get an assist.
So Parker picks up the goal from Kevin Craner, and Massena goes on top 1-0 off the face-off. Schneider goes to Thompson. Thompson, the head man to Parker. Parker tried to knock it down. He just got railed. There's going to be a cross-checking penalty against Northwood, but Parker gets up. The goaltender will touch it, and they control, so the whistle sounds. Charging? Okay. Could have been several different calls. And that was big number 14, Mike Brennan, who gets the call. He is the biggest man on the ice. And he is not happy with that call, as he is has a few words to say, shall we say. So Brennan getting the gate for charging. That could have been a couple of different things. So Massena goes back on the power play. Coming out to try to kill it off, Jeff Crowley is out there. Also out there, Jim Pierce, Jason Ryherd, and another defenseman who will pick up in a moment, Sean Doyle. Comes to Adams. Adams has it poke checked away, gets knocked down. Puck comes back to the point. Tracy keeps it in. Here's Pat with the puck now, moving across, trying to slide it through the middle to Johnson. Johnson in behind the net now, circling back to the point. Sidden goes to Tracy, high post. Now back it goes on the other side. Mike Adams right in front. Oh, it jumped under Sidden's stick. Now it's Johnson with it. Johnson right side of the net. Back to Sidden at the 45. Sidden fakes the shot, goes to Pat Tracy. It jumped over his stick and goes out to center ice. And Massena has to turn around and regroup with 50 seconds left in a man advantage. Here comes Tracy. Head man to Adams. Adams to Johnson across the blue line. Here's Jeffrey with a puck now. Moving it to the middle. The drive knocked down on the defense and dumped back out to center ice. Tracy for Massena. Feeding it over to Sidden. Sidden dumps it. Northwood zone. Goaltender stops it behind the net. Picking it up is the defenseman, Everhart, and he just slides it around the boards. And we're down about 20 seconds left in the penalty. Tracy, stick handles. Ahead it goes to Sidden. Sidden dumps it. In the zone it goes. Back in behind the net. Hard check thrown there by Spoche. And the puck comes free and out to center ice. Sidden stops it. About 5 seconds left. Here's Wiley, who's on the ice. Centering pass meant for Convertini. Here's Tony with a puck in the corner to Bigelow, and Bigelow couldn't get the shot off. Broken up by Pierce, the defenseman, who slides it out to center ice. Penalty is up. We're back to even Steven here. Puck in the Northwood zone. Back to pick it up for Northwood. Comes in behind the net. And around the boards it goes. They jam for it. And the bouncing puck still Andy Turcotte with it. Turcotte for Northwood. Starts out right side. Here's Turcotte. He's going to ice the puck. No, actually it's a shot on net. Almost handcuffed Kenny. And the puck bouncing back out to the blue line. Picked up by Convertini. Tony steps by a check. Dumps it in the zone. And it goes up into the bench. And we'll have a face-off with 4:57 left. Period number one. Massena on top 1-0. Not very good power play.
No. Massena has had 2 power plays, not able to get any real good shots on those power plays. They've controlled the puck on the perimeter, but that's about all.
Craner's line out now against the Frost line. Off the face-off, puck out to center ice. Racing for it is Sidden. Sidden off the boards. Head it goes to Parker. Parker steps right by a check. Feeds to Craner. Craner centering right in front. Save made, I guess, as the puck came right across the goal mouth. Granderath grabbed it. I don't know if you call that a save or not, but he made a good play.
Well, I think if he hadn't have really touched it, I think it would have gone through the crease. It really wasn't aimed at the net because Craner had gone in a little bit too far.
He was looking for Tayo coming in on the left.
Right. He was looking for a Tayo coming in down the slot, but Granderath wisely just grabbed that puck, forcing a face-off again in the Northwood zone.
4:46 left, first period, 1-0 Massena. Face-off right side of Granderath. Off the draw, Tayo, quick wrist shot, wide. Puck around the board, Sidden steps in front of it. dumps it in behind the net. Craner is there. He oversteps it, and it's tied up in the mesh behind the net by Andy Turcotte, and will face it off again to Granderath's right in the Northwood zone. Face off right side. Craner, Turcotte. Off the draw. Craner wins it. Can't get the shot off, though. Puck slides in the slot. The goaltender sticks it to the blue line. Sidden keeps it in. Bangs it in behind the net. Racing for it there is Nielsen. Nielsen's head man to the blue line. Craner swipes it. Tayo drops for Craner. Here comes Kevin right side. The shot save made by goaltender Granderath, and will face it off again.
And again, the play stays in the Northwood zone.
I don't know how many saves Granderath has, but he got a few. Kenny, I don't think has one yet.
Well, he had that one long
that's
save.
Right.
Fred,
yep.
I forget who it was. Shot it almost from the opposition blue line.
Yep.
But it was, I think, on net. Kenny, little trouble that shot.
Well, it was his first shot of the game. Kind of handcuffed him a little. Yeah. Off the face-off. We got Tracy's line out there. Johnson to Tracy, right front shot, save! Oh, Pat had another good chance. Good save by Granderath. Johnson steals the puck on the way out of the zone, but following up on the play is defenseman Doyle. His shot from center ice goes wide. The rebound comes to Sidden off the boards. Sidden swipes it ahead to Johnson. Jeffrey turns it. Headman for Fauché. Fauché directs it back into the zone of Northwood. Fauché after it in the corner now. Behind the net, taken out of the play. The puck around the boards by Pierce, kept in by Sidden. Sidden fakes the shot. Now he knocks it down, goes off a leg into the corner. Johnson and defenseman go down together that time. That was Pierce, and the puck comes back to the blue line out to center ice. Here's Tracy with it, circling, waits for his wings and dumps it right on. Granderath makes the save. Here's Fauché trying to slide it through. He's got the puck, and now Tracy overskates. Johnson backhand, knockdown in front. Tracy, saved by Granderath.
Tracy, a couple of good chances on this shift, Jerry, but
what's the term? Snake bit?
Yeah, he's double snake bit. I think he's had a number of good chances. He works hard out there, but just unable to get a goal yet this season.
He's got lots of bushel of assists, but as of yet, no goals. And we got Convertini's line coming out there, and the Crowley line. Convertini, Wiley, and Bigelow. Crowley, Spiegel, and Callahan for Northwood. Around the boards it goes off the face-off. And it's dumped right back in the corner. Bigelow going after it, along with Nielsen. Nielsen backhands it up along the boards, and Wiley steps in front of it. Wiley feeds it in behind the net. Trying to center it right in front, and Convertini fanned on the shot. I think his stick was lifted. Bigelow keeps it in, though. Goes to the side of the net. Stopped by Granderath, leaving it for Brennan. Brennan trying to swipe it out of there. Has it knocked down, but Northwood clears the puck out of the zone. Wiley after it. Dropped it back to the point. Wiley ahead. It goes to Convertini. Here comes Tony trying to put on the speed. Drop pass goes to Wiley. Back to the point. Thompson over to Schneider. He winds up the shot, knocked down by Brennan. Brennan dumps it back out to center ice. It goes by Schneider back in the Massena zone. And Thompson has to come back and pick it up as Massena makes a line change. Craner line out there. Here comes Schneider. Headman goes out to center ice to Parker. Parker overskates it. Back in the zone. Here's an opportunity for Everhard in behind the net. Centers it. Goes to the side of the net. Kenny ties it up. Wasn't really a shot on net.
No, that came from behind the net, but then it came right on the edge of the post. So Kenny wisely ties up the puck so the face-off will be in the Massena end. I think that's the first face-off in the Massena end in the period. We've only got 2:18 to go. Massena up 1-0.
Andy Turcotte will face off against Kevin Craner. Off the drop, right on, shot save made. As Turcotte somehow got a shot right off the face-off. Kenny had to make the save. Craner on the headman from Tayo to Parker. Parker's going to break in all by himself. Parker, shot, save, the rebound. And it's underneath the goalie. Chris waited a little too long to get that shot off.
I tell you, that was a great pass from Craner coming up the middle. He put it right on the stick of Parker. Parker, he was breaking well, really in full stride down the right-hand side. Craner put that puck right on his stick. He went in, tried to go to the left, to his left, but as he did, the goalie, Granderath, went right with him and didn't give Parker anything to shoot at. Made the big save.
So it's still 1-0 Massena with 2:03 left, period number one. Craner again will face off, this time against Gene Frost. Off the face-off, puck in the slot, dumped back to the point. Adams, he tees it up, the shot is wide, the rebound side of the net. After it is Parker. Parker dumps it. Tayo to Crater. His shot high over the net. Really didn't have a good wood on it. Back to the point. Adams keeps it in nicely. Dumps it back in the corner, in behind the net. Jim Pierce after it there for Northwood. Trying to feed it up along the boards to Bronk. Parker steps in front of it. Puck comes back to the point. Tayo keeps it in. Gets a shot off a little bit wide. And the puck comes bouncing back out to center ice. Here's Jeff Tayo with the puck. Has it taken away along the boards. Stepping in front, Thompson to Craner. Here comes Craner, one-on-one with Pierce. Craner, the big drive, goes high over the net. And along the puck boards, Tayo steps in front of it, trying to center it. And Bronk gets a piece of it. Now Sidden, and it's dumped down the ice. That'll be an icing call. And there's the whistle, and the face-off will move right back in Northwood territory. They've iced the puck a lot.
I don't know how many times they've iced the puck. As the whole period, Jerry, has just been played in the Northwood end. However, Massena only shows 1-0 over Northwood, and we're down to 1:14 in the first period.
Pat Tracy's line comes out now. The Andy Turcotte line back out there for the Northwood Bees. Face off left side, off the draw comes to Fauché. Back to Thompson at the point. Thompson over on the other side. Schneider, called an offside on that.
Everybody yells, I don't know if that came out or not, Jerry. That was close. That was close.
But offsides is the call.
Yeah.
And Tracy will draw against Turcotte outside the zone. Off the face-off, puck bouncing around. Picked up by Reihart, and Reihart dumps it. And it's stopped by Kinney, but I think it's off net. Schneider feeds it around the boards for Fauché. Fauché kind of almost fell down, but now he headmans it for Johnson. A foot race for the puck. Brennan gets there first, picks it up. Johnson going after him. It comes to Tracy. Tracy swipes it. It's knocked down, and back comes Turcotte. Here comes Andy Turcotte. Gets by Thompson. His shot wide, way wide. Puck around the boards. Fauché a whack at it. Tracy comes in. The puck underneath. We have a whistle, and we're going to have a face-off in Massena zone. 35 seconds. That's all that's left in this first period.
It was a quick first period. We've only had 2 penalties, both penalties going to Northwood. Massena unable to do too much on either one of those power plays. They were both in the early part of the first period.
And we've got Craner's line coming out with 35 seconds left. And who we have for Northwood? We're going to have Gene Frost out there with Brian Bronk and Samuel Bolnacey. Face off. Just inside the blue, well, about 10 feet inside the blue line, Massena zone. Craner against Frost. Off the draw, the puck comes back. Adams feeding Sidden. Sidden the long headman pass. Knocked down. As Parker was waiting for it. Craner keeps it in, though. Here's Kevin with it, trying to slide it through. He gets knocked down, and the puck comes back out. Adams feeding it to Sidden. Sidden dumps it in the zone. Dump right back out again. Sidden leaves it for Craner. He can't control it. Goes to Frost. His shot knocked down by Kenny. He's going to leave it for Adams. Here's Mike with the puck now, starting out left side with 9 seconds left. Long headman pass on Parker's stick. Here comes Chris. 6 seconds. He's taken out of the play. The puck bouncing around. Tayo gets a whack at it, but the buzzer sounds, and period number 1 ends with the Massena Red Raiders in a large way responsible for St. Lawrence's success as an assistant coach there. Off the face-off, we're underway as Fauché dumps the puck in the zone. Comes in to Johnson in the corner. He jams along with David Everhart. Johnson trying to feed it in behind the net for Fauché. It goes around. Adams pinches in, can't control. Tracy's back there. He fires it in behind the net. Almost got Johnson with that one. And Northwood trying to clear it, and they go out to center right. In fact, they go all the way down the ice. And they didn't call an icing on it. Yes, they did. A little bit of a late whistle there as they do finally call the icing. And the face-off move back to the other end.
He might have a penalty called.
Oh, really?
The referee kept pointing to someone, and it didn't look like an icing call, but penalty interference on Jeff Fauché. First Massena penalty of the evening.
So Northwood will go on the power play after the interference call. And interesting. So power play opportunity for Northwood here. Let's see what they're going to do with it. We're going to have Frost out there. Frost is out there with Jaffe and Reihart. And dropping back is Turcotte to play the point, along with Doyle. Off the face-off, it comes to Doyle, over to Turcotte. Turcotte circles, starts out. Here's Turcotte going by Tayo into the Massena zone. Craner's out there, pokes it away. It goes into the corner. Jaffe comes back to the point now, trying to slide it through to Turcotte again. Turcotte and Craner go after it. Craner gets a piece of it, turns around, trying to drop it back. Schneider goes back to Craner. Craner looks for the hole and finds it all the way down the ice. And coming back for it is Doyle. Craner and Tayo out there. Sidden and Schneider. Here comes Turcotte, dipsy-doodling. Tayo trying to forecheck him a little bit. The puck slides into the zone, and it's dumped down the ice. Stopped behind the net by Granderath. Craner now trying to put on a little forecheck pressure. Comes to the point. Tayo keeps it in, but Craner was skating the other way. Back to Doyle for Northwood. Doyle stops, leaves it. Andrew Jaffe starts out. Jaffe drops it for Turcotte. Turcotte apparently the guy that makes this team go because they always give it to him. He slides it by Tayo. Here comes Turcotte, swept away by Sidden in the corner. Sidden slides it ahead. Meant for Tayo. Goes all the way back to the point. Doyle drive. Way wide. That was about 15 feet wide. Puck in the corner now. Up along the boards. Kept in at the point. That's Turcotte. Feeding it through. Penalty up. Here's a shot deflected up into the netting in front of the scoreboard. And the faceoff will come, I'm not sure. We'll have to wait and see. It's going to be in the circle in the Massena zone to the left of Jimmy Kenny. Not much of an opportunity on the power play for Northwood.
Not much of a power play at all for the Northwood Bees. The faceoff will be in the Massena end early in the second period, and Massena leads Northwood by a score of 1-0.
Crowley's line out there now against the Tracy line, I believe. Face-off Massena territory. Off the draw. Puck sits in the circle. Picked up by Adams. Starts it out of there. Headman pass for Johnson behind him. Jeff trying to come back for it. Can't come up with it. Comes back to the Massena blue line. Johnson. Jeffrey trying to feed it along the boards for Fauché. Head right on Johnson's stick. That was a nice blind pass. Johnson feeds Tracy. Tracy right in front. Can't get the shot off. Trying to go to Fauché. Goes by him. Puck along the boards. They jam at it. Comes all the way back to Thompson at the point. Thompson's drive. Around the boards. It was high and a little bit wide. Tracy steps in front of it now. Back to the point. Adams shot. Knocked down by the defense. Johnson centering right in front. And it goes into the corner off a stick. Looked like to tie it up. It's Bonacy. And he does. And we'll have a face-off. Face-off will be in Northwood territory to the right of Granderath. And we're going to have Convertini's line coming out from Massena. And Turcotte's line coming out for Northwood. There's not been any matching at all going on here in this game, Rich.
No.
Off the face-off. Puck sits in the circle. Wiley gets a shot off. It's wide. Puck around the boards. Thompson pinches in the corner. Slides it in behind the net. Back there to pick it up is Turcotte. Turcotte taking to the boards. Thompson throws a check. Puck slides right in front of the net. Granderath. Back to the point. Adams. Mike starts to move it in the corner. Gets by a check. Puck slides into the corner. Adams throws a hard check. Bigelow is in there poking at it. In behind the net. A sweep by the defenseman Brennan around the boards. It's controlled to the blue line. Adams steps by a check. Can't find the handle. And it's out to center ice. Mike with a puck now. Dropping it to Thompson at the Massena blue line. Timmy back to Mike Adams. Adams just dumps it in the zone. Around the boards it goes. Eric Wiley in the corner for Massena. Taken into the boards by Brennan. Gets by him. Trying to center. Goes all the way back to Schneider. His drive. Oh, it hit the post, I think. After the kick save. Puck goes back in the corner. Wiley throws a check. But picking it up there is Turcotte again. Around the boards, down the ice. That's going to go on Kenny. So it's not an icing. And Jimmy has to make another save. Right. Save. Now it's Schneider, a little problem with it. Slides it ahead for Wiley. Headman of Convertini. Oh, Convertini got railed. Wiley tries to follow up, but it's dumped back in the Massena zone. In behind the net. Here's Schneider, 11 minutes even left in the period. 1-0 Massena. Feeding it over to Sidden. Sidden starts it. Headman to Bigelow. Oh, nice move. Across the blue line, Bigelow, but it's poked away. And down the ice it goes. That'll be an icing. No, they waved it off.
I'm not sure why.
Schneider picks up the puck. Headman out to center ice. Here's Craner. Craner, he's got Tayo with him. Across the blue line. Craner trying to slide to Tayo. Here's Jeffrey with it. Sliding it through the middle. Parker got knocked down. There's going to be a penalty on Northwood. As Chris would have had that on his stick, but he got railed. And so Northwood picks up a penalty. Massena will go on the power play. And the face-off will come. Tripping, I guess is the call. Face-off will come in Northwood territory. You notice Northwood has absolutely no forecheck at all. Once Massena gets the puck in their own end, Northwood drops back. Let's see who gets the gate. That's going to be the defenseman Jim Pierce for Northwood. So Massena goes on the power play. So Kevin Craner out with Parker and Tayo, Sidden, and Adams. Off the face-off, that's Gene Frost. It comes back to the point. Chris with it. Chris Sidden feeding it ahead. It's knocked down. Kept in by, Craner can't keep it in. Kevin after it. Sidden picks up the loose puck. Feeding it over to Craner. Now a little bit of forecheck by Northwood, but Craner picks it up and starts back the other way. That was Jason Ryherd. Long headman pass, knocked down, and dumped back in the Massena zone. In behind the net. Here's Tayo, has it taken away. Puck along the boards. Tayo, headman on the stick of Sidden. Sidden down the ice for Massena. Trying to get in the zone by a check. Puck slides in the corner. Now Tayo in behind the net. Has it poked away. Jamming for it is Parker. Sidden in the corner. Trying to get it to Parker. Parker picks up the loose puck in behind the net. Here's Parker ridden into the boards. The puck slides free. Parker gets tied up. Sidden picks it up, or is that, no, that's Tayo. Tayo gets railed, gets back up again, controls it. Nice play by Tayo. Back to the point, Craner's shot. The rebound, just wide. Another save, and holding on. This time is Granderath. And I'll tell you what, Jeff Tayo made a nice move in the corner to get it back to Craner.
I tell you, Craner got the hard shot off, too. I'll tell you, he boomed that puck, and Granderath, I think, just happened to be in the way.
That was a blast, all right. So now we got a change here from Massena as Tracy's line comes out. And we've got Jaffe taking the faceoff. Off the draw, Brennan blasted around the boards, comes right to Thompson. Thompson steps in, takes a shot, knocked down, goes wide. Now it's in behind the net for Jeff Johnson. Johnson in the corner, circling around on the other side to Thompson. Thompson at the point, drops to Tracy. Tracy's drive, score!
That one off defenseman, I believe.
I think Pat's going to get his first goal of the year.
Yep. That one off a Northwood defenseman. The shot was taken from the point. It's got to be number 20, I believe.
Let's see what the official is. No goal. Man in the crease, no goal.
Oh.
So,
Pat Tracy cannot buy a goal.
Pat gets a goal, and it's called back for a man in the crease. Oh, boy.
No.
Here comes Jeff Johnson. Right to Fauché. Thompson. Thompson drops to Tracy. They'll give him another shot, and it's high and wide. Fauché picks it up in behind the net, trying to center it. Puck in the corner, dumped down the ice. That'll be an icing call as the penalty is just elapsed. So Pat Tracy gets a goal, and it's called back because of a man in the crease. I'd like to see the videotape on that. I didn't see any white shirts in the crease.
I didn't either, Jerry. There were more blue shirts in the area. I didn't see a white shirt.
It deflected off a blue shirt.
Yeah, it deflected off a blue shirt. Absolutely. I did not see a white shirt in that area. But
Convertini out there with his line mates against the Crowley line for Northwood. Face off left side in the Northwood zone. Off the draw. Puck in the corner. Convertini swipes it around the boards. Back there to pick it up is Nielsen, the defenseman, loses to Wiley. Wiley centers it, but it's intercepted by Turcotte. Here comes Turcotte down the right wing. Turcotte gets by one. Wiley's just taken out of the play nicely by Thompson. Convertini picks up the puck. Slides it around the boards for Wiley. Wiley can't get it out of there. Here's Brennan's shot. Knocked down by Thompson. Crowley after it in the corner with Thompson. They jam for it there. Puck still free. Wiley takes a whack at it. Thompson, it's still free apparently. In behind the net, hits the back of the cage. Schneider slides it around the boards. There's a shot by Brennan wide. Puck around the boards. It comes back to Nielsen. His shot wide. Puck back to the other point. Brennan takes a whack at it. Doesn't go very far that time. Along the boards, picked up by Convertini. Tony starts out. Here's Tony with it. Headman to Bigelow. Bigelow gets by one. Ahead to Wiley. Here comes Wiley with it. And a sliding poke check by Brennan knocks it in behind the net. Convertini after it along the boards. He and Turcotte jam. Convertini can't control it. Following it up is Callahan. Callahan headman. Here's Turcotte's shot. And a save made by Kenny. Schneider feeds it along the boards. Kept in at the point. Knocked down in front. Bouncing puck. Goes in the corner. Picked up by Schneider. Headman of Parker. Parker gets stood up at the blue line, trying to pick up the puck. It comes to Bigelow. He starts down the right sideline. Here comes Bigelow, trying to get by, and the defenseman breaks it up. We got a penalty. An interference call on who? I think it's going to go against Jim Pierce. But well, wait a minute. I better not say anything yet, because you just never know.
Definitely an interference call. Nobody wants to go to the box, I think. Oh, here he comes.
It is Pierce.
It is Pierce.
How about it, Reg? You got one right.
That must be the call tonight. Out of the 6 penalties, 3 have been interference.
Yeah. We're about halfway through the game. Still 1-0 Massena. 7:23 left in the second period. So the Craner line steps over the boards. Off the faceoff, Tayo has it poked away up into the scorer's table. Somebody made a good catch down there. Did you see Craner duck out of the way down there? Did the old turtle act.
Yeah.
Okay, off the faceoff. Here comes Tayo, left wing side. In the corner. Tayo setting it up. Goes back to Sidden. Sidden steps across the crease. Quick shot deflected in. And I think Parker got the goal.
I believe so. Nice setup by Sidden that time as he cut in through the circle. And as he did, he saw Parker down there. Hit Parker coming across. Parker just deflected it in. Massena goes up finally, 2-0.
That's a long overdue power play goal for Massena, too.
Yep.
As they have not had much luck on the power play as of late. So Parker gets the goal from Sidden and Craner, perhaps?
I believe Craner.
We'll wait on the official, but that's what it looked like. So, here's the official. Chris Parker getting his second of the game. Yep, Jeff Tayo. Okay, so it's Tayo instead of Craner. But nevertheless, it's a Massena goal, and it's 2-0 for Massena. Sidden a little problem with it, lost it, but Craner comes back to help out. Comes up with a puck, headman pass, goes off Parker's stick, back to the blue line. Into the zone it goes, right back out again. And Sidden lost his stick, so he couldn't play it. Somebody did. It goes in the corner, Northwood zone. Brennan and Parker. Parker slides it to Tayo. Tayo leaves it in turn for Parker. Parker looking, has it tied up. Craner picks it up. Here's Kevin with a puck now, knocked away from him. Back to the blue line. Schneider can't keep it in, and it bounces down the ice. All the way down the ice. They got to call that one icing, and they do. And the faceoff will come back in Northwood territory, where it's been most of the night. 6:24 remaining to play second period. 2-0 Massena. Thing about Northwood is they really don't have any offense, but they're not too bad in their own end. It's in their own end a lot, but they haven't given Massena an awful lot of good chances. They have had some good chances, but Massena has scored a couple of goals. Bronk is going to take the faceoff against Tracy. Off the draw, back to the point. Thompson the drive. Save made with a stick. Branderath picked up on the defense and out to center ice. Schneider is there. Waits, dumps it right back in the zone. Around the boards it comes. Fauché racing for it. In behind the net. Oh, throws a check. Puck comes free. Johnson rather. Backhander, shot, save. The rebound, they jam at it. Branderath holds on. And we'll face it off again.
Took a chance right there in front as Johnson took a little backhander. As he did, it got a little high, I think, on him, and it hit Granderath in the chest. Finally pounced down on the puck, forcing a face-off in the Northwood zone. I would like to know how many face-offs we've had in the Northwood zone, Jerry. A lot of them.
There have been a few. This is Massena Red Raider Hockey on 1340 WMSA, Massena, New York. Convertini out there against Frost. Off the draw. Wiley, his shot goes wide of the goal mouth. In the corner, Bigelow races for it. Doyle gets there first, trying to get it out, kept in by Convertini. Convertini trying to feed it through to Bigelow. Bigelow and Doyle jam. Bigelow gets a stick on it. Convertini fires it across the goal mouth. Again, now Wiley in the other corner. Gets checked into the boards by Everhart, and they tie it up there. And will draw again in Northwood territory.
And we're down 5:44 in the second period. Massena's up 2-0 on 2 goals by Chris Parker.
Parker had the 2 goals in the Plattsburgh game.
Right.
Face off left side, Convertini and Frost. They're going to toss Frost out of the circle, and that's Crowley to take the face-off. Comes to Wiley. Wiley along the boards, kicks it by the defenseman. They jam for it. Convertini trying to slide it back to the point. Pinching in is Thompson. He can't keep it in there, though. Comes back outside. Here's Bigelow across the blue line. Drop pass. Convertini, his shot right on. Bigelow, the rebound shot. Score! Jeff Bigelow on a rebound of a Tony Convertini shot. And Bigelow just headed for the net, and he got a rebound. I don't think he expected it, but he directed it past Granderath, and Massena goes on top 3-0.
Well, the original shot was taken by Convertini. The save was made by Granderath. However, he gave up the rebound as he did. Bigelow is headed for the net on the Convertini shot. He picked up the rebound and put it home behind Granderath. Massena goes up 3-0.
So the faceoff moves back out to center ice. Craner's line comes back out for Massena. Who's the other assist? Oh, Schneider got the other assist. Okay. Here's the faceoff. Comes to Craner. Craner trying to go through to Parker. Offsides. Little bit of a late whistle there. And the faceoff will move back outside the zone. 5:17 remaining in the second period. Massena up 3-0. Chris Parker with a couple. Jeff Bigelow back in the lineup tonight gets the third Massena goal. Off the face, Adams, headman to Tayo. Tayo drops it for Adams. We got a delay offsides on Massena, and the Raiders tag it up. And the puck comes around the boards, doesn't get out. Now it slides out. Parker pokes it right back in. Here comes Craner. Craner trying to get by the defense. Can't get the backhand off. There's going to be a penalty as Craner just got hauled down. It'll be a hooking call, and I think it's going to be Pierce again getting the
will
gate.
Go back in.
As Craner just got by him. He kind of leaned on him and went around him, and Pierce had no choice but to hook him down. Otherwise, Kevin would have gotten a good backhander off. Oh, wait a minute. That's not Pierce. That's Nielsen, the other defenseman. But it's a penalty, and Massena goes back on the power play. Pat Tracy's line coming out this time on the man-up situation. Gene Frost coming out, along with Andy Turcotte. And face-off in where else? In the zone of Northwood. Goes to Doyle in behind the net. Bounces past to himself. Back to the point out to center ice. It's picked up by Schneider. Brett with the puck now over Thompson. Thompson back to Brett Schneider. Schneider starts out. Here's Schneider. Goes to Thompson across the blue line. Thompson trying to drop pass, but it's out to center ice by Turcotte. Here's Turcotte now. Looking to get by a check. Another check. He gets evaded. And the puck goes deep into Massena's zone. Schneider back there. Picking up the loose puck. Whoa. He took it in front of his net. Now he feeds it ahead for Thompson. Thompson's headman on the stick of Tracy. Tracy steps by. Here comes Pat. Right in front. The shot. Ooh, I think he just missed the upper corner.
That's right. He was going for the upper corner, but he missed the upper corner. Went over the crossbar and out of the rink. Whistle blows. Face off back in the Northwood zone. Pat Tracy trying for his first goal of the season.
Okay, Craner's line coming over the boards now. Craner, Tayo, and Parker. Coming out now, Jeff Crowley is out there along with Andrew Jaffe. And the big guy, Mike Brennan, playing 1 point. And I'm not sure who's playing the other. Off the faceoff comes back to Sidden. Sidden trying to go to Craner. Went off his stick out to center ice. Over on the other side, Adams. Adams feeds it in the corner. Brennan takes a whack at it. Comes right to Adams along the boards. Adams circling in behind the net. Looking. Tiles right in the slot. Here's Adams. Trying to feed it in behind the net. Goes to Tile. Goes by him. And up to Sidden at the 45. Chris with a puck goes to Craner. Craner fakes a shot. Adams wide open. The big drive. We have a whistle and a man in the crease. Jeff Tayo in the crease that time. And that'll move the face-off outside.
Well, I think he was expecting Adams to get that shot off a little bit quicker, but Adams sort of wanted to tee it up that time. Took a little bit too long to tee it up. Of course, by that time, the Tayo was in the crease, but also was blocked by the Northwood winger. So we're down to 16 seconds in the penalty to Northwood. Massena still in the power play.
Frost will face off against Craner. Frost and Jaffe out there now, along with Everhart and Turcotte. Turcotte plays everything on this team. Kills penalties, plays on the power play. And, of course, the guy centers the first line. Off the face, here's Craner. Craner feeding Tayo. Tayo back to Craner. Just wide. Nice pass play, but just wide. Back to Adams at the point. His big drive, just wide again. Goes to Sidden at the other point. Sidden trying to feed it in. Goes to Tayo. Feeds Craner right in front. Shot. Fired it wide. Puck goes to Wiley as Massena in the middle of a line change. Wiley takes a whack at it. It's gloved by goaltender Granderath as it comes across the crease.
Well,
and
some good chances, Jerry, for Massena on that power play, and the shot just wide. But Massena has some good chances on that power play. The power play has elapsed. We're down to 3:18 in the second period. Massena up 3-0 on 2 goals by Parker, 1 by Bigelow.
Massena moving that puck around very well that time.
They did very, very well.
Okay, we've got Bronk facing off against Convertini. Off the draw, puck back to the blue line, kept in by Wiley. Feeds Bigelow. Bigelow, Convertini, his shot, a weak one, his save made. Bronk picks it up. Wiley steps in front, tries to center it, and Bigelow couldn't get the stick on it. And breaking out of there is Everhart. He just swipes it into the Massena zone. In behind the net it comes. Jamming for it is Thompson. Picks it up. Headman to Wiley. Wiley feeding Convertini. Oh, goes just by him. And down the ice it goes. They wave off the icing, and the puck goes in the corner. Bigelow gets knocked down. Centers right on the save made as that puck bounced off a defenseman, and Granderath had to make a save and hold on for the faceoff. This third line's playing pretty well here.
Right. Third line's playing very well here tonight. Of course, Bigelow getting the goal and assist going to Convertini and to Schneider.
2:44 left, second period. Massena leading 3-0. Tracy's line back out again. Still trying to get Pat a goal here. Been a long road, hasn't it?
Oh, many, many games.
And we're going to have a change on the line for Turcotte's right back out there again. He comes out along with Frost. And I guess Crowley's going to stay out there. So Northwood has mixed everything all up here. Face off left side in the Northwood zone.
Northwood, they've got on that line right now. All 3 centers are playing that line.
There you go. Off the face-off. Puck bounces back to the blue line. Thompson can't keep it in. It goes to Schneider at his own blue line. We have a whistle. I'm not sure what happened.
Interference.
I think Fauché.
Oh, okay.
That happened way behind the play. So Jeff Fauché will take a trip in the sin bin for interference. And Massena will be down a man. Probably Johnson and Tracy will stay right out there because they both killed penalties this year. Jeff is going to take the face-off. No, I take that back. Tayo will come out along with Craner and Sidden. So Schneider's the only man left. Turcotte drops back to play the point with Doyle. And it's going to be Frost centering Jaffe and Reichert. Off the face, Schneider takes a whack at it, gets it back again, takes another whack at it, down the ice it goes. Turcotte picks it up. Andy Turcotte with a puck now, starts out. Craner trying to check him. Turcotte goes by him. Here's Turcotte in the corner. In behind the net, centering pass, goes back to the blue line and out to center ice. Nobody there. Somebody deflected that. That was a good pass, but it was deflected on the way through. Here's the defenseman, Sean Doyle with it, feeding it for Turcotte. Turcotte starts it. Here's Turcotte out to center ice. Here's Doyle across the blue line. Doyle looking to set it up. He still got it. Doyle has it poked away, goes out to center ice, and Northwood will have to regroup. Back to pick it up is Jaffe. Doyle waited just a little bit too long. He loses it. Tayo pokes at it. Here comes Tayo in the zone. Stepping by a check. Jeffrey with a puck gets by one. The sharp angle shot, and a save is made by Granderath. Jeff didn't have much to shoot at, but he found the wood, didn't he? Puck back down the ice. Here comes Johnson. One-on-one with Doyle. Johnson gets by Doyle, has to stop. Now he has to waste time. There's Johnson circling, falls down, and sweeps it into the corner.
Good effort by Jeff Johnson there.
Okay, back the other way comes Turcotte with 5 seconds left in the power play. Turcotte across the blue line, drop pass, gets it back again in behind the net. Massena gets a man back. Turcotte still got it, tries to center it. Back to the blue line, they jam at it. Turcotte again, And Tracy pokes it ahead. Faucher's going to have a breakaway. Jeff Faucher all by himself. Faucher shot, score!
Faucher had just come out of the penalty box and picked up that puck just at his own blue line, which is a legal way to do it. Went in all alone. I'll tell you, he had a lot of time, but he took his time. He sort of leaned toward the right, shot back to the left, up over the right shoulder of goalie Dan Granderath. Massena goes up 4-0. Probably got to be an unassisted goal.
I would say so. So, Jeff Faucher. No, Tracy, that's right. Pat picked up the puck and slid it ahead out to center ice.
Okay, Pat Tracy gets an assist on that goal.
Okay, so Tracy, another assist. Off the face-off, puck to Adams at the Massena blue line. Headman pass, meant for Sidden, bounces by him, back to Bigelow. Bigelow loses it, comes in the Massena, no, it goes up into the bench. Up into the Northwood bench, and with 38 seconds left, face-off will be right at the blue line. 4-0, Massena leading. One in the first, three more here in the second period. Off the draw, bouncing puck, Bigelow takes a whack at it, stumped right back in the Massena zone by Brennan. Adams, Sidden, headman of Convertini, poke checked away off sides. Brennan slid it right back in the zone. Callanan had nothing to do but touch it and get the offsides. And the faceoff will come back outside with 28 seconds left in the period. Convertini again will face it off out near the red line. And this time Gene Frost is out there to take the draw. Off the faceoff comes to that big defenseman, Mike Brennan. He dumps it, gloved by Kenny. That was not on. Jimmy's going to hold on for the faceoff as he had a couple of blue shirts coming in on him. The faceoff will come in the Massena zone with 21 seconds left in the period. Convertini will draw once again against Frost. Off the faceoff, bouncing puck. Comes into the circle. Convertini trying to move it ahead. He gets railed. Sidden picks up the loose puck. Here's Sidden. Whoops. Almost got his skate caught in the ice. Down the ice it comes. Oh, it was meant for Wiley. Here's an offsides called as it went back in the zone, and it's touched by Gene Frost. And they'll move the faceoff out by the red line again. Convertini had lost his stick. I think it actually bounced up into the stands, didn't it? As he was checked into the boards, and his stick went up over the glass in the stands. We're down to 5 seconds. Somebody's going to have a good break to score here because a faceoff out near center ice. Suppose it could happen, but doesn't often happen. Off the faceoff comes to the Northwood blue line. As the buzzer sounds, period number 2 ends. Pat Tracy's line again to start it off. And we're underway. Faucher ahead to Tracy. He jams it into the Northwood zone. Racing back for it is Jim Pierce. He's got Johnson on him. Now Sidden steps in front of it. Drops it in for Faucher. Faucher in behind the net. Trying to slide it to Johnson, but it's picked up by Turcotte. Turcotte doesn't get it out of there. Kept in by Sidden. Sidden just got railed by Turcotte. Faucher takes a whack at it. Puck comes along the boards. Gene Frost picks it up, starts out. Here's Frost. Moving in the zone. Dumps it in the Massena zone. We have a whistle. I think we're going to have an offside called right there on Northwood. Hey, is that the birthday boy right there?
Yeah, it looks like him. Yeah. He looks a little older, doesn't he?
Yeah, he looks. Look at the gray hair.
Looks a little older.
Look at the gray hair coming out from under that St. Lawrence hat.
You work for the public, pal. This is what you look like.
Thanks, Paul. Paul, no thank you, Paul.
No, we'll take some French fries, though.
I'll take the money, Paul. Off the faceoff, puck back into Northwood territory. Parker throws a check. That Craner line out there. Tayo's in there looking to tie it up. And it's still free, apparently. It's still free. They jam for it. And finally it slides to Doyle. Doyle trying to move it out. Craner falls down, keeps it in momentarily, but it's back to the Massena blue line. Big guy Brennan with it, dumping it to an open wing. Tayo gets a piece of it, slides back to the Massena zone. Here comes Tayo racing after it across the blue line. Tayo slides it through. Apparently Massena wants a line change, and the puck dumped back to the Massena blue line. Schneider to an open wing. Craner, he's still in there, and he's going to have a partial breakaway. Craner right in front, shot, save, and a nice one by Granderath. Back to the point, Adams. Adams takes a whack at it. It goes to Craner. Oh, Craner gets railed, comes away with a puck somehow. Here's Kevin Craner right in front. They jam at it. Here's a shot, and the save made as Post got a piece of it. And who else is out there? McCracken is out there. That was an interesting line. Craner, Post, and McCracken. Oh, here's a couple of scores we got. Third period scores. Clarkson handling Brown easily.
Well, I'm not surprised
10-3.
at that.
And St. Lawrence leading Yale 3-1. Tomorrow night's going to be a big game as well for Clarkson.
Brown having a tough time this year.
You didn't happen to hear how Harvard Cornell is doing, did you?
No.
Well, go find out, would you? Off the face-off, back to Sitten. His drive, and the save is made. That was a change-up, according to Paul Patterson. I didn't know you let your employees moonlight like that. He's a baseball coach this year, I understand, too, Reg.
Yep.
Here's Jake Morris after it in the corner. Jake getting his first ice time. He's still fighting for the puck, but coming away with it is Turcotte. He loses it. Now he feeds it back out to the blue line, out to center ice. Slides back to the Massena blue line, and Chris Sitten picks it up. Feeding it over to Mike Adams. Adams back to Sitten. Sitten races out. We got a 3-on-2. Sitten, McCracken, and Post. Post is going to take the drive, and it's gloved by Granderath. Face-off will come inside Northwood territory. We're down to 12:46 left to play. Massena leads 4-0. So Paul Patterson is 39 today. How's it feel to be 39? He doesn't look so good, does he, Reg?
No, as a matter of fact, he doesn't. He does look older.
Off the face-off. Here's Schneider's shot. Just wide the rebound. Side of the net. Convertini takes a whack at it to Bigelow. Bigelow back to Convertini. Slides it right in front of the net. But the defenseman, Brennan, clears it in the corner. Now back along the boards. Dumped in by Schneider. Bigelow, centering pass. Knocked down by Doyle, the defenseman. Feeding it around the boards. That's, let's see, Bonacci. Or something like that. Doyle with it in behind the net. Feeding it up along the boards. Thompson pinches in to Wiley. Wiley trying to drop it back to Thompson. He gets tied up. Puck comes along the boards. Convertini back to Wiley. Wiley has it poked away, trying to drop it back to the point. Thompson pinches in, and the puck goes up into the stands. And we're down to 12:02 left to play third period. 4-0 Massena.
That puck stayed in an area of about 30 square feet for
a long time.
for a long time. He's going back and forth, back and forth. Finally was knocked over the boards, and we're down to 12:02 in the third period. Massena still up, score of 4-0. Tracy Line back out there for Massena. A new pairing, let's see, back on defense, Levac and Labarge.
That's the baby defensive pairing.
Yeah, I got an 8th grader and a 9th grader.
Right now, Levac, Johnson, headman goes over Faucher's stick. Tracy follows it. Oh, he got met at the blue line. Faucher has to come back for it. There's a man down on the ice as Johnson crosses the blue line. As actually Tracy got railed, but the Northwood player
it was almost a collision, I think, between let's see, Frost of Northwood and Tracy. Frost got the worst of that. Tracy got up quickly, but Frost,
ouch.
You see a few stars, I think, over there next to the boards. All right, Frost is up on his knees and clearing the cobwebs out, and I think he's all right. He will, of course, go, well, no, I thought he was going to go on to...
I don't know if he knows where he's going.
He should go on the bench anyway.
Yeah.
He will. So the face-off will be just outside the Northwood blue line. Tracy Line still out there for Massena.
11:41 left in the third period. Still 4-0 Massena. Levac and Labarge stay out there at the points. Off the face. Controlled by Everhart. Across the blue line. Levac trying to clear him into the boards. Coming back for it, Labarge. He squirts it around the boards, and Massena comes out of there. It's Johnson. Johnson, oh, nice move across the blue line. Splits the defense right in front, and Faucher couldn't find the handle. Faucher picks it up in the corner. Goes to Johnson. Johnson back to the point. Labarge shot knocked down. Goes wide. Now it's Tracy on the other side. He can't come up with it. Back to the blue line. Johnson keeps it in, poked away from him. Back out to Levac, who takes a whack at it. Massena tags up, and it goes into the corner. Pierce after it, along with Fauché. Pierce speeds it ahead, but not out of there. Here's Labarge with it. He slides it. It's a stick. Johnson coming back for it. Labarge picks it up. Here's Jason now going into the corner. Gets bodied into the boards, leaves it for Johnson. Johnson right in front, shot. Fauché. Nice save, Granderath. Whoa.
Great save. I think Fauché thought he had that one, but as he took the pass from Johnson, the goalie Granderath slid over, making the save off Fauché. We got a penalty coming up, high stick. A little frustration there maybe with Fauché. So Fauché goes off again on a penalty.
They're going to be matching minors as Matt Nielsen goes in as well. So we'll be 4-on-4 plus the goaltenders. Jeff's done a little time in the sin bin today. That's his third, I think.
It's his hat trick.
Yeah. But he also has a goal. So it'll be Turcotte against Craner. Now they're trying to straighten things out over at the scorer's table with 10:45 left in the third period. Well, needless to say, we got a little bit of a late start here. We haven't talked about that Potsdam game yet. What happened in the first period, there were a lot of penalties, and Coach Jerry Patterson got a delay of game penalty, tried to call timeout, got another delay of game penalty, took his team off the ice. And he was talked back into playing, and they did finish the game, and Potsdam won it. So I wasn't right there when it happened, but he was not a happy camper at the time, I can tell you that. Puck goes out to center ice, bouncing around in the circle at center ice. Coming back for it is Jaffe. Jaffe at his own blue line, drops it to Doyle. Doyle for Northwood. Here's Doyle. He's just going to dump it in the Massena zone. Bounces, Kenny stops it, leaves it for Adams. Adams pokes it around the boards. Craner picks it up. Headman pass to Tayo. Tayo trying to slide it ahead. Somebody poked it away from him. Puck slides to the Massena blue line. Picked up by Sidden. On Craner's stick. Bounces off his stick. And the goaltender Granderath slides it back to the blue line. Here comes Northwood. Tayo picks it up. Goes over to Adams. Adams circling at his own blue line. Trying to dump it to Sidden. Sidden's got Craner right on his stick. Here's Craner breezing by the defense. Shot! And a kick save. Puck back to Adams at the point. Takes a whack at it. Missed it. Has to come back for it. Oh, he just got railed. But Craner picks up the loose puck. Drop pass. Meant for Adams. Adams was out of the play. And back the other way comes Northwood. It's Everhart. And Kinney gets a big stick on it right back out to the blue line. Kept in there, but following up is Sidden. Things have gotten a little bit sloppy here, Reg. Sidden across the blue. Oh, nice move. His shot hit the goalpost. Craner drops it back to Schneider. Schneider over to Sidden. Sidden dumps it to an open wing in the corner. Penalties are up. We're back to even 6-on-6. Now here comes Brennan trying to get out of his own end. He just dumps it down the ice. And it goes right on Kinney, so no icing. Thompson feeding it around for Schneider. Schneider starts out. Schneider gets ahead to Tracy. Oh, nice pass. Fauché, Johnson, cross the blue line. Here comes Johnson, off wing, centering pass right across the goal mouth. There's going to be a slashing call, and it's going to go against Northwood. Here's Thompson, the drive, glove save. Nice shot by Tim Thompson. And we're going to have some penalties, or a penalty anyway.
I think it's going to go to Northwood, probably slashing. I'm not sure what the...
That was the initial indication. Yeah, it's a slash. And that's going to go against Brennan. No? I'm not sure who got it. Spiegel, maybe?
I don't know. Nobody wants to go in the penalty box. Nobody wants to admit. Nobody wants to admit their guilt, I guess.
They called it on Gene Frost, according to the score clock. Yeah. So Frost gets a gauge for slashing.
Well,
and
he slashed Fauché. Fauché was going down the left-hand side with the puck, and he was slashed by Frost. So Frost will sit in the penalty box for a minute and a half.
Off the face-off, puck in the circle. Fauché after it. Can't find the handle. It's on underneath Tracy. Still underneath Tracy. They jam at it. Tracy gets a whack at it. Throws a check. Schneider with it. We got another penalty. And it's going to go against Northwood. And who's it going to be? A number 9, Turcotte. A slashing call again, I think. Yep. Northwood starting to get a little bit chippy here as they're trailing 4-0.
Well, Turcotte and Tracy were sort of mixing it up, Jerry, just inside the blue line. They were bumping each other, and finally Turcotte did slash Tracy. So Turcotte will win. Massena will be 2 men up now.
So the face-off will be just in center ice area, outside the zone. And what do we got here? We're going to have a face-off. Let's see. Reihard is out there, along with Nielsen, and the big guy, Brennan. Massena, Fauché, offsides. Try to get that lead pass again. It was offsides. 110 in the first penalty, 124 in the second penalty. Tracy, Fauché, and John. Now they're going to make a change as the Craner line comes out. Craner, Parker, and Tayo.
I think Stan Moore wants to get this power play going pretty good. They're 1 for 5 tonight on the power play.
Okay, here's Tayo. Right to Parker. Oh, it jumped off his stick in the corner. Brennan lines him up along the boards. The puck comes free. Picked up by Reihard. Puck still in the corner. Sidden throws a check, and it's tied up. And now Big Brennan goes after Sidden.
There wasn't really that much action against the boards. A little pushing and shoving against the boards. Brennan come off sort of a half swing there.
He missed.
But he missed.
Sidden smiling.
No penalties called. There wasn't that much action against the boards. Down to 8:04 in the game. Of course, Massena well in the lead by a score of 4-0 and actually dominating play the entire game.
Off the face-off, Craner gets knocked down, trying to slide it back to the blue line, and it's out to center ice. And down the ice it goes. Kenny's going to leave it for Sidden. Massena with 2-man advantage for another 40 seconds. Here's Sidden, stepping by a check, feeds Parker, across the blue line. Drop pass goes to Adams. Adams is going to shoot, and a kick save made by Granderath. That may have been off the net. Here's Tayo. Nice save. Puck sitting in front, goes back to the point. Craner the drive. Another nice save. It comes to Sidden. Granderath played pretty well, I think. In behind the net. Tayo picks it up. Looking for Parker right in front. Parker drops it to Craner. Craner deflected in. Nice goal by Tayo.
By Jeff Tayo. Super deflection. As Craner, actually, I'm not sure if it was a shot or a pass.
But it's a goal.
But it's a goal. Either one. Tayo gets the goal, and it'll be a power play goal. Massena was 2 men up. Now they'll still be on a power play with 1 man up.
Dan Granderath had a couple of real nice saves right before that goal. But you can only stop it so many times, especially when you're 2 men down. So Massena picks up their second power play goal of the game, and now they lead 5-0, about halfway through the period. And Matt Nielsen, the captain's over here complaining again. How can you complain when you're 5 goals down? I mean...
That's Massena's 5th goal. That being a power play goal. They were 2 man up. Now Massena's still 1 man up. They're still in a power play.
Jake Morris out there with his line mates. We got Bigelow and McCracken. Cross the blue line in the zone. Back to the blue line. Oops. It jumped by Tommy Post and goes back out to center ice. Feely and Post are out there playing defense. Okay. Post controlling it. Ahead to McCracken, who dumps it into the corner. Bigelow racing for it. Getting there first is Nielsen. Now Morris steps in and dumps it in behind the net. Around the boards, McCracken gets a piece of it, but it comes to Brennan. And Brennan dumps it, but not out. Kept in by Feely, trying to center it. Puck through the middle, and back comes Big Brennan. Here's Brennan, shot from center ice. Feely stopped it with a leg, and it goes in behind the net. Feely after it, picking it up. Headman pass. Morris had it go off his leg. That'll be an icing, except the goalie comes out to play it. and leaves it in behind the net for Nielsen. Around the boards. Bigelow trying to come up with it. He can't. It's out to center ice. McCracken is there. Back the other way. Here comes Scotty across the blue line into the corner. McCracken trying to slide it through. Brennan is there. Now McCracken and Brennan jam. Brennan picks it up. Takes a whack at it. That's got to be an icing call as the penalty is up and the whistle sounds and the faceoff will move back into Northwood territory. 6:07 left in the third period. And it's still 5-0 Massena.
And I think most people just waiting for the game to get over, Jerry.
Including us?
Including us. It's not what you call an ultra exciting game, as Massena has dominated. Probably 85% of the play, maybe 90% of the play.
I would say.
Yeah, probably 90% has been in the blue shirts end, which are the Northwood. Northwood taking a 1-minute timeout. I'm not sure why.
Now with Wiley and Bigelow. And here comes Northwood. Gene Frost with it, poked away from him. And Convertini gets a piece of it. Coming back for it is Turcotte. Turcotte out there practically the whole game. Seen a lot of ice time. He gets the feed pass into the zone. Here comes Turcotte. He takes the drive. He scores.
Oh!
Jimmy Kinney didn't even move.
Jimmy Kinney never moved. He was covering the short side, and Turcotte shot it to the far side just inside the post. So Northwood gets on the scoreboard, and Jimmy Kinney gives up a goal. There goes the shutout.
There goes the shutout.
Well, I said Turcotte probably deserves a goal as much as anybody else because he's done everything you could ask for. Northwood, he just doesn't have much help there.
Picking up the assist on that was Pierce. Puck back in the Massena zone. After it, Labarge. Beating it around the boards for Bigelow. Bigelow steps by a check. Whoa, he loses it right in front. Puck in the slot, but it's picked up by Wiley. Wiley will give him an assist there on the save. Now puck comes to Bigelow in the corner. Northwood zone, trying to center it. It's knocked down. He gets it back again. Bigelow tries to center it again. Brennan knocks it down. Puck around the boards. Wiley after it in the corner. Dropping it back to the point. Here's the big drive by Post. Blocked. Back out to center ice. Labarge dumps in the zone. Did I say Post? I should have said Laback. But anyhow, it's picked up by Nielsen. Can't get it out of there. Kept in nicely by Convertini. Puck along the boards. Pierce again. This time he gets it down the ice. That'll probably be icing. Yep. And with 4:47, the faceoff will move back in Northwood territory. 5-1, the Raiders lead it.
And Northwood just scored, of course, their only goal of the evening as Turcotte scored from the from the far circle. He took just a quick shot, and Jimmy Kinney covering the short side. However, he left a little bit of net on the far side. It cut inside the post.
Back to the point. Schneider's shot gets deflected up into the wall, and we'll do it again. Only this time by out near the blue line. And we're still at 4:42 left to play. Third period, 5-1 Massena. Off the draw, bouncing puck. Goes into the corner. Doyle for Northwood, starting to move it out. Trying to drop it over to Pierce. Back to Doyle, but Fauché, he can't quite pick it up. Now Johnson throws a check. Trying to come up with a puck. Fauché, now to Johnson. Johnson, the big drive. Oh, he didn't miss by much. Puck goes off the glass, up into the crowd. There were some people ducking that time. We got a little pushing and shoving going on.
But I'll tell you, that move of Johnson, that's the way to forecheck right there. Just before that, Johnson hit the man physically, picked up the puck, took the shot, and just missed. Now, of course,
Johnson gets a penalty.
Johnson gets the penalty as he and the Northwood defender were pushing and shoving a little bit, but this time Johnson not quite able to keep his temper, and into the box he goes. But he did make a good play, I think, on that forecheck by taking the man. The puck came loose. He went after the puck, took the shot, just missed.
So back on the power play goes Northwood. Tracy out there along with Fauché, Thompson, and Schneider. Of course, Turcotte comes back out there to play the point on the power play. Johnson getting the penalty. High sticking the call, as we mentioned. Face off in the Northwood zone. Off the draw. Fauché with it. Takes it back outside. Stops. Just dumps it. Around the boards it comes. Turcotte picks it up. Turcotte. Here comes Turcotte out to center ice. Taking it down the left side, sliding it through. It's intercepted, and Schneider dumps it back down the other way. Under 4 minutes. After it is Fauché in the corner. Fauché loses it. Coming back for it is Ryherd. Ryherd for Northwood stops behind his own net. He's going to leave it for Jaffe. Jaffe feeds to Turcotte. Turcotte goes to Nielsen. Nielsen intercepted. Here comes Fauché after it. Takes a whack at it. Gets railed. Gets by a check. And the puck comes back out again. Here comes Nielsen. Dumping to the Massena blue line. Jamming for it is Fauché. It goes up into the Massena bench. And we'll have a face-off just inside the Massena blue line with 34 seconds left in the man advantage. 3:23 in the period. Massena leads 5-1.
And it will be, of course, Massena playing Potsdam in that second game tomorrow night. Scheduled to start, at 5:30, but it won't start till at least 6, I'm sure. It never does. I don't know why they schedule like that, because you know it's not going to start till 6.
No, that's for sure. Off the face-off. Puck comes to Adams. He takes it in behind his own net. Takes a whack at it around the boards. Mike Brennan steps and feeds it in the slot, but it's whacked at and out to center ice by Tayo. In fact, it goes all the way down the ice with 20 seconds left in the man advantage. Brennan with it in his own end. Headman pass. They try to move it up. Knocked down by Tracy. Goes by him. Sidden. Chris with the puck now. Whacks at it. Back out, back in. Got delay offsides called. Massena's going to waste a lot of time here. Why not? And finally, Sidden takes it out and dumps it. That'll be an icing call, as Chris didn't watch the clock. The penalty had just elapsed. And the face-off will move back down in Massena's zone with 2:44 left. Be interesting to see if we can get out of this in time for ABC News at 10.
Just about.
Going to be close.
Yeah. Penalty has elapsed. Massena's only had 4 penalties tonight. Jeff Fauché picking up 3 of those. Jeff Johnson 1 penalty. That's not bad in a game like this. Only 4 penalties.
That's for sure.
No, they've kept their heads pretty well.
Jake Morris out there to take the face-off. I guess Brian Bronk is going to draw for Northwood. Off the draw, bouncing puck in the circle. Kinney gets a whack at it, and it goes in behind the net. For a minute, I thought that was going to go in.
I did too. It bounced over Kenny's shoulder, but it
puck kept in
outside.
At the point. Here comes Timmy Thompson picking it up, starting down. Thompson with Morris. Feeds it ahead. Oh, met for McCracken, knocked down, back out to center ice. Thompson drops it for Schneider. 2:20. Schneider, headman. McCracken to Morris. Back to McCracken, poked away. Taking a whack at it. Thompson throws a check. And in behind the net it goes. Back is Ryherd for Northwood out to center ice. Bonacci. He can't control it. Now they dump it in the zone, Massena zone. Jimmy Kenny stops it behind the net. We're down less than 2 minutes to play here. Puck around the boards. Schneider trying to slide it up. Goes to Bigelow. Bigelow circles back. Oh, has it poked away. Here's a chance right in front. Shot, score by Sean Doyle. As Bigelow coughed up the puck in his own end, and Doyle came in and beat Kenny, and it makes it 5-2.
That goal came rather quickly. All of a sudden, Massena was in charge, and they had the puck. Of course, you coughed the puck up in your own end. Anything can happen, and anything did happen. Northwood goes on the scoreboard again. It is now 5-2. Massena leads Northwood.
Off the face-off. Here comes Bigelow. Across the blue line, drop pass to Convertini. Goes off his stick, he comes back for it. Bangs it off the glass, goes into the corner. Doyle is there. We have a whistle. What do we got here? Penalty, apparently. And it's going to go against Northwood. Jeff Crowley. What's it for? Roughing.
How can somebody about 5'4" that weighs 125 pounds be called for roughing?
Convertini's going to go in, too. Apparently, they were mixing it up together. Well, maybe we're not going to get out of here by 10. 1:32 left to play in the third period. We're skating 4-on-4 plus the goaltenders. Just waiting for this one to get over with. Tracy will be out there to take the face-off against Frost. Off the draw, Johnson to Tracy. Shot, over the net. The goalie made another save. Pat with a good opportunity again. Oh, boy. Okay, here comes Turcotte. Turcotte out to center ice. Trying to go by the defense. He gets upended, and the puck goes into the corner. Where is it? Post after it. Post in behind the net. And the net's knocked off its moorings by Gene Frost. And I think they're going to move the face-off outside the zone. Perhaps. Or no?
That was a penalty call, or? Yeah, penalty, all right.
Feely is going to get the penalty.
I'm not sure
what it's for.
I'm not sure what it's for. Referee did not give an indication of what the penalty was for, but John Feely does go in the penalty box.
That'll give Northwood a power play. What is it? Interference? Okay.
Number 16, John Feely.
All of a sudden, a game that was moving along fairly well has slowed down to Turtles' pace here. 1:09 left. Off the face-off, Tayo wins the draw, feeds it down the ice. If there's a better penalty killer in the league than Jeff Tayo, I haven't seen him.
He does an excellent job.
Okay, here's Turcotte. Turcotte into the Massena zone. Turcotte dropping it, knocked down by Sidden. Here comes Chris Sidden coming down the ice, one-on-one, trying to get by the defenseman, gets a shot off, and Granderath makes the save. Sidden after it in the corner. He's still got the puck. Circles around the wraparound shot. Granderath makes that save. Good effort by Chris Sidden. Couple of chances to score shorthanded. And we're down to 36 seconds left to play. Well, maybe we will get out of this in time.
Close.
It's going to be close.
Down to 36 seconds. Face off in the Northwood end. Massena leads 5-2.
Massena scoring 5 goals. 1 in the first, 3 in the second, and another one here in the third. Here comes Turcotte down the ice, coming in on Sidden. Turcotte trying to drop the pass. Comes in behind the net. Picking it up there is Bronk. Bronk with it. We're down to 20 seconds. Drops it for Turcotte. Turcotte feeding it up along the boards. Back to the point. Here's Doyle trying to drop it for Turcotte. 10 seconds left. Turcotte at the point. Turcotte sliding it through. Goes into the circle. Doyle the shot. Kinney makes the save. That'll take care of the hockey game right there. As the Massena Red Raiders win it